Before you begin this morning, take a deep breath and remember this. You are not waking up to face your needs alone. The God who carried you through yesterday is already standing in your tomorrow. And if you have been wondering where the provision will come from, how the bills will be paid, how the doors will open, or how your situation could possibly change, I want you to hear this deep within your spirit. God has not forgotten you. He is still your provider, still your defender, and still the one who can make a way where there seems to be no way. This Wednesday morning, we come before God with every financial burden we have carried in silence. The pressure, the uncertainty, the sleepless nights, the responsibilities that feel too heavy, and the fear of not having enough, we place them all before Him. Psalm, the 23rd of December lares, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." That is not merely a beautiful sentence. It is a declaration of trust. Your shepherd sees what you need before you ask. He knows the weight on your heart, and He is able to lead you from scarcity into provision, from anxiety into peace, and from uncertainty into divine confidence. Maybe you have prayed for a breakthrough before, and nothing seemed to change. Maybe you have watched opportunities disappear, unexpected expenses arrive, or doors close when you desperately needed them to open. But do not mistake delay for abandonment. Do not mistake silence for absence. God can be working in places you cannot see. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I will do a new thing." The same God who made a way through the sea can make a way through your impossible situation. The same God who fed His people in the wilderness can sustain you in a season where your resources look limited. Further, this morning we ask you to breathe upon every area of financial pressure. Where there has been loss, bring restoration. Where there has been confusion, bring wisdom. Where there has been fear, release peace. Where there has been lack, open the right doors of provision. Heal the wounds created by financial hardship, disappointment, debt, rejection, and uncertainty. Restore not only what has been lost materially, but also the hope that was damaged along the way. Let your peace become stronger than the fear that has been speaking into our minds. Your word says in Philippians 4:19, "My God shall supply all your need according to His riches in glory by Christ Jesus." So today, we refuse to let fear become our financial advisor. We refuse to let yesterday's lack define tomorrow's possibilities. We choose faith over panic, prayer over worry, wisdom over impulsiveness, and trust over despair. Give us the discipline to steward what you place in our hands, the wisdom to recognize opportunities, the courage to take righteous steps, and the discernment to know which doors are truly from you. Lord, some people listening right now are carrying needs they have not told anyone about. They smile in public while privately wondering how they will make it through the month. They have responsibilities, families, dreams, and obligations. Yet they feel exhausted from constantly calculating what is left. Father, meet them in that hidden place. Let them feel your presence this morning. Remind them that they are not forgotten, they are not forsaken, and their story is not over. Let hope rise again where disappointment has been living. Psalm 34:17-18 reminds us that the Lord hears the cries of His people and is near to the brokenhearted. So, Father, draw near to every heart that is weary today. Bring supernatural calm into anxious minds. Bring healing into hearts wounded by financial disappointment. Restore marriages and families that have been strained by money problems. Give parents wisdom for their children. Give workers favor in their workplaces. Give entrepreneurs creativity. And give those searching for employment the right opportunity at the right time. Let this morning become a turning point. Not because we worship money, but because we trust the God who is greater than our circumstances. And if you are hearing this prayer while your situation looks impossible, don't leave this moment with the same fear you carried into it. Lift your eyes higher. Your provision does not begin with what is currently in your bank account. Your hope begins with who your God is. Psalm 46:1 says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. He is present right now. He is present in the waiting. He is present in the uncertainty. He is present in the rebuilding. And He is able to restore what you thought could never be restored. If this prayer speaks to your heart, like the video and subscribe to Pray and Rise for daily prayer as a prophetic act of faith. Let this morning be more than another morning. Let it be a declaration that you will trust God even before you see the breakthrough. And now, as we enter this prayer, release the pressure, release the fear, release the need to understand every detail. Place your finances, your family, your future, your work, your dreams, and every unanswered question into the hands of the Father. Take a breath and say within your heart, God, I trust you to provide every need, because the God who has sustained you this far is not finished with your story. Let faith rise. Let peace return. Let hope awaken. And let us pray. Write amen in the comments as a prophetic act of faith. Father, this morning I come before you with an open heart, laying down every financial fear that has been quietly living inside me. You know the concerns I carry. You know the bills I have been thinking about, the responsibilities waiting for me, the decisions I do not know how to make, and the needs I have not even spoken out loud. Nothing is hidden from you. Before I ask you for provision, I choose to remember who you are. You are my Father. You are my shepherd. You are my provider. You are the God who sees me completely and still calls me to trust you. Lord, there are moments when financial pressure can become so heavy that it affects everything. It can steal sleep from the night, peace from the morning, confidence from the heart, and joy from ordinary moments. Sometimes the problem is not only what is missing in our hands, but the fear of what might happen tomorrow. What if the money does not come? What if the opportunity disappears? What if the expense is greater than the income? What if I cannot provide for the people depending on me? Father, today I bring every what if into your presence, because I know that fear cannot add one day to my life, but faith can remind me that I am never walking alone. Your word says in Matthew 6:31-32, do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink? Father, you know exactly what we need. You know before we ask. You know the amount required for the responsibility in front of us. You know the opportunity we need, the favor we need, the wisdom we need, and the strength we need. So today, instead of allowing anxiety to control my thoughts, I choose to place my confidence in your character. I may not know how you will provide, but I know you are faithful. I may not see the door yet, but I believe you can open one. I may not understand the timing, but I trust your wisdom. For Psalm 23 says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Let that truth become deeper than my circumstances. When my account looks small, remind me that you are still my shepherd. When an opportunity closes, remind me that you can lead me toward another path. When I feel behind in life, remind me that my journey is not controlled by comparison. When I see others receiving what I have been praying for, protect my heart from jealousy and discouragement. Teach me to trust your individual timing for my life. Help me understand that another person's blessing does not mean you have forgotten me. Lord, I surrender the pressure to figure everything out by myself. I surrender the belief that I must carry every burden alone. Give me wisdom, but remove panic. Give me ambition, but remove desperation. Give me diligence, but remove anxiety. Teach me to work faithfully while trusting you completely. Teach me to make wise financial decisions without becoming obsessed with money. Teach me to pursue opportunities without worshipping opportunities. Let money remain a tool in my hands and never become the master of my heart. Give me a healthy relationship with provision, success, responsibility, generosity, and contentment. Further, your word says in Philippians 4:19, "My God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus." I hold on to that promise today, not because I expect money to magically appear without responsibility, but because I believe you can provide through ways I cannot yet see. You can give me an idea. You can connect me with the right person. You can create an opportunity. You can give me favor in an interview. You can strengthen my work. You can give me wisdom to manage what I already have. You can guide me away from financial decisions that would bring unnecessary pain. You can teach my hands to build, create, serve, work, and prosper with integrity. Lord, I pray for the person who feels embarrassed because they are struggling financially. Let shame lose its voice today. Financial difficulty does not make them worthless. A difficult season does not define their identity. A low bank balance does not determine their value. A delayed opportunity does not mean their future is cancelled. Remind them that their identity is found in you, not in possessions, income, status, or success. Heal the emotional wounds caused by financial hardship. Heal the fear of failure. Heal the feeling of being behind. Heal the exhaustion that comes from constantly trying to survive. Restore their confidence, not in themselves alone, but in your ability to guide them through the season. Further, I pray for those who are carrying debt. Give them wisdom, discipline, patience, and a practical path forward. Help them not to be consumed by shame. Give them the courage to face their numbers honestly and make wise decisions. Give them opportunities to increase their income in honorable ways. Give them self-control to distinguish between genuine needs and temporary desires. Help them become better stewards, so that future blessings are not swallowed by old patterns. Where there has been financial disorder, bring order. Where there has been confusion, bring clarity. Where there has been impulsiveness, bring discipline. Where there has been hopelessness, bring a renewed vision. Lord, I also pray for those who are searching for employment. You see the applications they have submitted, the interviews they have attended, the doors that have remained closed, and the discouragement that has slowly entered their hearts. Give them strength to keep moving. Lead them toward work that provides not only income but dignity, growth, stability, and peace. Let the right opportunity recognize their abilities. Give them favor with employers and decision-makers. And if one door is not meant for them, give them peace to move forward instead of spending their strength grieving what you did not allow to happen. Further, for those who are running businesses, working independently, building careers, or trying to create something from nothing, give them divine wisdom. Give them creativity when they feel stuck. Give them patience when results are slow. Give them discernment when opportunities appear attractive but carry hidden risks. Connect them with trustworthy people. Protect them from dishonest partnerships, destructive decisions, and opportunities that look profitable but compromise their values. Let their work become a channel through which provision reaches their households and blessings reach others. And Lord, when financial breakthrough finally comes, prepare my heart to handle it well. Do not only change my circumstances, change me. Make me wiser. Make me more disciplined. Make me more generous. Make me more grateful. Teach me that abundance is not merely about having more, but about becoming a better steward of whatever you place in my hands. Let me never forget the season when I had to trust you for the smallest things. Let my testimony become evidence that you carried me through the valley and taught me lessons I could never have learned on the mountaintop. Father, today I choose trust over fear. I choose prayer over panic. I choose wisdom over impulsiveness. I choose gratitude over comparison. I choose hope over despair. Even before I see the answer, I will believe you are working. Even before the door opens, I will keep walking. Even before the provision arrives, I will refuse to surrender my peace. Your timing is not my timing, but your faithfulness has never depended on my ability to understand it. If this is the faith you are choosing today, open the comment section and gently type, "God provides." Let those two words be your simple declaration that your confidence is not in what you currently see, but in the God who knows every need before you ask. Father, calm every anxious heart listening right now. Let your peace settle over homes, families, workplaces, businesses, and personal finances. Give people the strength to take the next right step instead of becoming overwhelmed by the entire journey. Let wisdom rise above fear. Let faith rise above uncertainty. Let hope rise above disappointment. And let every person listening remember this morning that they do not have to know every detail of tomorrow to trust the one who already sees tomorrow completely. Father, this morning I come before you believing that you are the God who opens doors no human being can shut. I may see limitations, but you see possibilities. I may see walls, but you see a way through them. I may see an opportunity disappearing, but you already know the next door you are preparing. So today, I refuse to allow yesterday's rejection to convince me that my future is closed. I refuse to let one unanswered application, one failed interview, one lost opportunity, or one disappointing conversation become the final chapter of my story. Lord, your word says in Revelation 3-8, "See, I have set before you an open door, and no one can shut it." Let this promise strengthen my heart today. If you open the door, I do not have to manipulate anyone to keep it open. I do not have to compromise my values to enter it. I do not have to live in fear that another person can cancel what you have ordained. Give me the confidence to recognize the doors that come from you and the wisdom to walk away from doors that only appear attractive but would lead me away from your purpose. Father, I ask you to open doors of honorable financial opportunity. Open doors of employment, promotion, business growth, new clients, creative ideas, meaningful partnerships, education, skill development, and unexpected provision. Bring opportunities that align with my gifts and responsibilities. Let the right people discover my work. Let the right conversations happen. Let the right information reach me at the right moment. Put me in rooms where my abilities can be recognized and used for good. Let favor surround the work of my hands. Lord, There are opportunities I cannot see because I am looking only at what is immediately in front of me. Give me spiritual eyes to recognize what you are doing. Sometimes the breakthrough may not arrive in the form I expected. Sometimes it may begin with a conversation, a new skill, a small assignment, a simple idea, or a connection that initially appears insignificant. Teach me not to despise small beginnings. Help me recognize seeds before they become harvests. Give me patience to nurture what you place in my hands, instead of constantly chasing what looks bigger from a distance. Father, I pray for those who have been rejected repeatedly. They have applied, waited, hoped, and received another message saying, "Unfortunately, we have decided to move forward with another candidate." They have heard no so many times that they have started questioning their own worth. Lord, heal that discouragement. Remind them that rejection is not always a verdict on their value. Sometimes a closed door is protection. Sometimes it is redirection. Sometimes it is preparation for something that requires more time. Give them the courage to keep going without carrying every rejection into the next opportunity. Lord, give me favor with the people who have authority to make decisions that affect my future. Give me grace in interviews, meetings, negotiations, applications, presentations, proposals, and conversations. Let my words be clear. Let my character speak before I speak. Let my work demonstrate excellence. Give me confidence without arrogance and humility without insecurity. Where I need improvement, show me. Where I need preparation, discipline me. Where I need courage, strengthen me. And where I need favor that no human effort can manufacture, let your grace go before me. Father, your word tells us in Proverbs 3-5-6 to trust in you with all our heart and not lean entirely on our own understanding, acknowledging you in our ways, so that you can direct our paths. So I surrender my plans to you. I surrender the timeline I created. I surrender the specific way I thought my breakthrough should happen. If my plan is too small, enlarge my vision. If my plan is wrong, redirect me. If my plan is right but premature, teach me patience. If the door is ready, give me courage to walk through it. Lord, protect me from opportunities that would destroy my peace. Not every open door is a God-given door. Not every profitable opportunity is a wise opportunity. Not every person offering help should be trusted. Not every shortcut is a blessing. Give me discernment. Let me recognize manipulation, deception, unhealthy partnerships, dishonest schemes, and decisions driven by desperation. When something looks attractive but conflicts with your principles, give me the strength to say no. I would rather wait for the right door than rush through the wrong one. Father, open doors that bring stability to families. Open doors for parents who are struggling to provide. Open doors for those who need better employment. Open doors for students seeking opportunities to build their future. Open doors for entrepreneurs who need customers and trustworthy partnerships. Open doors for people who have talents but have never had the opportunity to use them. Open doors for those who have been overlooked. Open doors for those who feel like their season has passed. Remind them that you are not limited by age, background, history, mistakes, or circumstances. Lord, I ask you to breathe upon the work of my hands. Psalm 90-17 says, "Establish the work of our hands. Establish what is good. Establish what is honest. Establish what serves others. Establish what brings stability. Establish what allows me to provide for my household and give generously. Let my efforts become fruitful. Give me ideas that solve real problems. Give me creativity that creates value. Give me endurance when progress feels slow. Let me become the kind of person who is ready when opportunity arrives. Father, sometimes we pray for a door while ignoring the preparation required to walk through it. So prepare me. If I am praying for promotion, make me more responsible. If I am praying for business growth, make me more disciplined. If I am praying for financial increase, teach me financial wisdom. If I am praying for a better job, help me develop the skills required for it. If I am praying for influence, build my character before you expand my platform. Let the blessing never become greater than my ability to steward it well. Lord, let favor follow faithfulness. Let diligence meet opportunity. Let preparation meet the right moment. Let courage meet the open door. And when you open something that I have been praying for, do not let fear make me hesitate. Sometimes we pray for an opportunity and then become afraid when it finally arrives. Give me courage to recognize the moment and step forward. Give me confidence that does not depend on having every detail figured out. Today, I declare that my future is not determined by yesterday's closed doors. My life is not finished because something did not work out. My provision is not limited to one person, one employer, one business, one opportunity, or one source. You are my ultimate provider, and you can create pathways I cannot predict. You can bring opportunities from unexpected places. You can connect me with people I never imagined meeting. You can transform a small beginning into something meaningful. Father, let this morning mark a shift in my perspective. Instead of asking only, "Why did that door close?" teach me to ask, "Lord, where are you leading me now?" Instead of obsessing over what I lost, help me recognize what remains. Instead of fearing what I cannot control, help me focus on what I can faithfully do today. Give me eyes to see, ears to hear, wisdom to discern, courage to act, and patience to wait. And as I move through this day, let me walk with confidence that does not come from circumstances, but from your presence. Let every closed door that was never meant for me lose its power over my emotions. Let every rejection lose its ability to define me. Let every delay become an opportunity for preparation. And when the right door appears, let me recognize it clearly. Walk through it faithfully. And remember that every good opportunity is ultimately a reason to give you the glory. Father, this morning I come before you with a heart that believes restoration is still possible. There are things I have lost that I cannot recover by my own strength. There are opportunities that passed, resources that disappeared, relationships that were damaged, seasons that ended, and dreams that seemed to slip further away with every passing day. But today I refuse to believe that loss is the end of my story. You are the God of restoration. You are the God who can rebuild what has been broken, revive what has become dry, and bring new life into places where I thought nothing could grow again. Lord, your word says in Joel 2:25, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." What a powerful promise for someone who feels that time has been wasted. Some people are not only asking you to restore money, they are asking you to restore years. Years spent struggling, years spent making mistakes, years spent recovering from decisions, years spent waiting for opportunities, years spent trying to rebuild after unexpected circumstances. Father, you see every year, you see every sacrifice, you see every disappointment, and I ask you to take what feels wasted and use it for a greater purpose. Father, I bring every financial loss before you, Every opportunity that disappeared, every investment that did not work, every business difficulty, every unexpected expense, every season of unemployment, every financial mistake, and every burden that has left someone wondering how they will recover. Lord, bring restoration according to your wisdom. Give us not merely a desire to have more, but the wisdom to rebuild correctly. Teach us from what happened. Show us what needs to change. Give us discipline where we were careless, patience where we were rushed, and wisdom where we acted without understanding. Lord, sometimes restoration begins internally before it appears externally. Before you restore the resources, restore the mindset. Before you rebuild the finances, rebuild the confidence. Before you increase the income, increase the wisdom. Before you expand the opportunities, strengthen the character required to handle them. Heal the fear that came from previous losses. Heal the disappointment that made us afraid to try again. Heal the shame that made us believe we were failures. Let us understand that making a mistake does not mean our lives are over. A difficult chapter does not cancel the possibility of a beautiful future. Further, Psalm 51:12 says, "Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation." Today, I ask you to restore joy where financial pressure has drained it. Restore peace where bills have created anxiety. Restore hope where disappointment has created numbness. Restore confidence where rejection has created insecurity. Restore courage where repeated setbacks have made someone afraid to begin again. Let the soul become stronger than the circumstance. Let the heart remember that provision is not the only miracle. Sometimes the miracle is receiving the strength to keep believing while the answer is still developing. Lord, I pray for families that have been under financial pressure for a long time. Bring restoration into homes where conversations have become dominated by money. Restore peace between husbands and wives. Give parents wisdom when they feel overwhelmed by responsibilities. Protect children from carrying burdens they were never meant to carry. Help families communicate with love instead of fear. Give them practical wisdom to rebuild together. Let financial difficulty become a season that teaches unity, discipline, compassion, and faith, rather than a force that tears the family apart. Further, restore the work of those who feel they have fallen behind. Maybe they look around and see people their age achieving things they have not yet achieved. Maybe they feel embarrassed because they are still rebuilding. Maybe they believe they should have been further by now. Lord, break the power of comparison. Remind them that their journey is uniquely theirs. A delayed chapter is not a denied future. Someone else's timeline cannot determine your purpose for their life. Give them patience to rebuild one step at a time, without despising the small progress that is taking place. Lord, I pray for businesses that have experienced loss. Give owners wisdom to identify what went wrong and courage to correct it. Give them new strategies, trustworthy partnerships, loyal customers, and creative ideas. Help them avoid repeating destructive patterns. Let them learn without becoming bitter. Let them rebuild without becoming desperate. Give them patience to create something sustainable rather than chasing quick results. Where a business must change direction, give clarity. Where it must be rebuilt, give endurance. Where a new beginning is required, give courage. Further, I pray for those who lost employment and are wondering when stability will return. You know how deeply unemployment can affect identity, confidence, and peace. Give them strength to continue applying. Give them favor with the right employers. Open opportunities that fit their skills and responsibilities. Provide resources during the waiting season. Give them wisdom to use this period for preparation rather than hopelessness. Help them develop skills, improve their confidence, strengthen their relationships, and remain ready for the door you open. Lord, I also pray for those who have made financial mistakes. Instead of allowing shame to keep them trapped, let wisdom set them free. Help them face their past without living inside it. Give them courage to learn. Teach them better habits. Help them understand budgeting, saving, planning, patience, and responsible stewardship. Where debt has become overwhelming, provide wisdom for a realistic path forward. Give them discipline to follow through. Let every lesson become part of the foundation of a stronger future. Father, your word says in Psalm 126:5, "Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy." Some people have been sowing through tears. They have continued working when they were tired. They have continued praying when they were disappointed. They have continued providing when resources were limited. They have continued believing when nothing seemed to change. Lord, strengthen those weary hands. Let them not give up just before the season changes. Give them grace for today's assignment and hope for tomorrow's harvest. Lord, restoration does not always mean receiving back the exact thing we lost. Sometimes you restore by giving something new. Sometimes you restore through a better opportunity. Sometimes you restore through wisdom that prevents future loss. Sometimes you restore through peace that money alone could never purchase. Sometimes you restore relationships, health of the heart, confidence, purpose, and direction. Help us not to limit your restoration to one specific form. Give us eyes to recognize restoration even when it arrives differently than we expected. Father, I ask you to redeem what I thought was wasted. Turn lessons into wisdom. Turn pain into compassion. Turn disappointment into discernment. Turn closed doors into direction. Turn mistakes into maturity. Turn seasons of lack into lessons of stewardship. Turn waiting into preparation. Turn uncertainty into deeper trust. Let nothing the enemy meant for discouragement have the final word over our lives. You are able to take broken pieces and build something beautiful from them. Lord, I declare that loss will not have the final word. Lack will not define my identity. Failure will not determine my future. Yesterday will not imprison tomorrow. I will learn, rebuild, grow, and keep moving forward with you. I will not be ashamed of the process. I will not despise small beginnings. I will not abandon hope simply because restoration takes time. Give me the grace to celebrate every step, even when the destination is still far away. And Father, when restoration begins to appear, help me remember where I came from. Let me never forget the prayers I prayed during the difficult season. Let me never forget the nights when I had little but still had faith. Let me never forget that every provision was a reason to give thanks. Make me generous without becoming careless, confident without becoming proud, and blessed without becoming distracted from you. Let restoration deepen my relationship with you rather than replace it. If you are believing God for restoration in any area of your life, open the comment section and gently type, "God restore." Let those two words be your faith declaration today. And let your comment remind someone else reading that restoration is still possible. Father, restore what needs to be restored, rebuild what needs to be rebuilt, heal what needs to be healed, and guide us toward what you are preparing next. Let hope rise again in every heart that has been disappointed. Let peace return to every home that has been under pressure. Let wisdom guide every financial decision. Let courage rise in every person who needs to begin again. And let this morning become a reminder that what looks broken today can still become part of a testimony tomorrow. Father, this morning I ask you to give me wisdom to steward every blessing you place in my hands. I do not want to simply pray for increase. I want to become responsible enough to handle increase with humility, discipline, and gratitude. Teach me that financial breakthrough is not only about receiving more, but also about managing what I already have with wisdom. Help me recognize that every resource, every opportunity, every skill, every connection, and every open door can become a blessing when it is handled according to your wisdom. Lord, your word says in Proverbs 3-9, "Honor the Lord with thy substance, and with the first fruits of all thine increase." Teach me to put you first in every area of my life, including my finances. Do not allow money to become the center of my heart. Do not let the desire for more consume my peace. Help me remember that money is a tool, not my master, and possessions are temporary, while my relationship with you is eternal. Give me a heart that can receive blessings without becoming controlled by them, and a heart that can give without fear when you lead me to be generous. Father, I ask you to break every unhealthy cycle that has kept me financially stuck. Where I have been careless, teach me discipline. Where I have spent impulsively, teach me restraint. Where I have ignored important responsibilities, give me courage to face them. Where I have been afraid to look at my finances, give me peace to examine them honestly. Remove the shame that makes people hide from reality, because I cannot change what I refuse to acknowledge. Give me wisdom to understand where my resources are going, and courage to make the changes necessary for a stronger future. Lord, your word says in Proverbs 21-5, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance." Teach me the power of diligence. Help me stop looking only for quick solutions when what I need may require consistent effort. Give me patience to build slowly. Give me discipline to save consistently. Give me wisdom to plan ahead. Give me strength to delay temporary pleasures when a greater responsibility requires my attention. Let me understand that small decisions repeated faithfully can create significant change over time. Father, help me distinguish between a need and a desire. In a world that constantly tells me I need more, help me recognize what truly matters. Give me contentment without making me passive. Give me ambition without making me greedy. Give me the desire to improve my circumstances without allowing comparison to control me. When I see someone else living with something I cannot afford, protect my heart from envy. When I feel pressured to prove myself through possessions, remind me that my worth does not increase because of what I own. Lord, teach me to become a wise steward before asking you for greater increase. If you place more in my hands, let me know how to manage it. If you increase my income, help me increase my wisdom. If you give me a business, teach me responsibility. If you give me influence, teach me humility. If you give me opportunities, teach me discernment. If you give me abundance, teach me generosity. Let every blessing become an opportunity to honor you, rather than a reason to become distracted from you. Father, I pray for anyone trapped in a cycle of unnecessary spending. Give them strength to pause before making decisions. Give them wisdom to ask whether a purchase is truly necessary. whether it fits their responsibilities, and whether it supports their long-term goals. Break the emotional connection between spending and temporary comfort. Heal the emptiness that causes someone to purchase things simply to feel better for a moment. Replace impulsiveness with peace, discipline, and purpose. Let financial decisions become thoughtful rather than emotional. Lord, I pray for those carrying debt. Give them a clear mind and a practical strategy. Help them face every obligation without panic. Give them discipline to make wise payments and avoid creating unnecessary new burdens. Bring trustworthy advice and helpful opportunities. Give them patience when progress feels slow. Let every payment become evidence that they are moving forward. Let every responsible decision strengthen their confidence. And when the burden becomes lighter, teach them not to return to the patterns that created the burden in the first place. Further, give me wisdom to recognize the difference between an opportunity and a distraction. Not everything that promises quick money is a blessing. Not every investment is wise. Not every business proposal is trustworthy. Not every person offering financial advice has my best interest at heart. Protect me from deception, greed, manipulation, and decisions made from desperation. Give me discernment before I commit my resources. Let me have the courage to say no when something does not align with wisdom, integrity, or peace. Lord, teach me to value preparation. Help me build skills that increase my ability to earn and serve. Help me learn from people who are wise. Give me humility to admit when I do not understand something. Let me seek knowledge instead of pretending to know everything. Give me creativity to find solutions. Give me excellence in my work. Let the work of my hands become stronger because I have become more disciplined, more knowledgeable, and more dependable. Further, I pray that you would bring order where there has been financial chaos. Let there be order in households, order in business, order in planning, order in priorities, and order in spending. Help people stop living only from one emergency to another. Give them the wisdom to think beyond today. Give them the courage to prepare for tomorrow. Teach them that financial peace is not always created by earning more. Sometimes it begins by managing what is already available more wisely. Your word says in Luke 16:10, "He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much." Father, make me faithful in the small things. If I cannot manage a little with wisdom, help me understand that more will not automatically solve the problem. Teach me to respect small beginnings. Teach me to appreciate every legitimate source of provision. Teach me to be grateful for what is already in my hands while continuing to work toward what is ahead. Lord, I ask you to give me a generous heart without giving me a careless heart. Let me help others without neglecting responsibilities you have placed before me. Let me give with joy, not pressure. Let generosity flow from gratitude rather than guilt. Teach me that true abundance is not simply having enough for myself, but having enough wisdom to know when I can become a blessing to someone else. Further, break the mindset that says, I will become responsible when I have more. Teach me to begin now. Let me practice wisdom with what I have today. Let me become disciplined with the resources currently available. Let me learn to plan, save, give, work, and make wise decisions before the next level arrives. Prepare me for the blessing while I am still in the process of rebuilding. And Lord, when you increase me, keep my heart anchored. Do not let financial success make me forget the prayers of my difficult seasons. Do not let comfort make me insensitive to people who are still struggling. Do not let possessions become more important than people. Do not let money steal the peace you gave me. Let every increase bring greater responsibility, greater generosity, greater wisdom, and greater gratitude. Today, I choose to believe that financial breakthrough is not merely about receiving a miracle. It is also about becoming ready for what I have been praying for. Give me wisdom for every decision, discipline for every responsibility, patience for every process, courage for every necessary change, and faith for every uncertain step. Establish the work of my hands, guide my choices, protect my resources, and teach me to steward every blessing in a way that brings honor to your name, strengthens my future, blesses my household, and allows me to become a blessing to others. Father, this morning I come before you carrying every pressure that has been weighing on my heart. And I make a decision today. I will not allow financial pressure to steal the peace you have given me. There are things I cannot control, numbers I cannot change instantly, situations I cannot solve in one moment, and questions I cannot answer today. But I can choose where I place my trust. I choose to place it in you. I choose to believe that even when the numbers do not make sense, you are still faithful, you are still present, and you are still able to lead me forward. Lord, there are moments when financial pressure becomes louder than everything else. A bill arrives, an unexpected expense appears, an opportunity disappears, or the money available seems smaller than the responsibilities waiting to be handled. The mind begins calculating again and again, searching for an answer, imagining the worst, and preparing for problems that may never happen. Father, quiet that storm within me. Let your peace become louder than the voice of fear. Teach me to deal with today's responsibility without borrowing tomorrow's anxiety. Your word says in Philippians 4:6-7, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." Father, I bring my requests to you. I bring the bills. I bring the debts. I bring the responsibilities. I bring the uncertainty. I bring the financial decisions. I bring the needs of my household. I bring the dreams I am afraid may never happen. I bring everything that has been keeping me awake, and I place it before you. Let your peace guard my heart and mind when my circumstances are still changing. Lord, help me understand that peace does not require perfect circumstances. Peace comes from knowing that I am not facing my circumstances alone. I may not have every answer, but I have a God who sees the entire picture. I may not know where the next opportunity will come from, but you already know. I may not know how a difficult situation will be resolved, but you are not confused. I may feel surrounded by uncertainty, but you are not uncertain about my future. Let that truth settle deeply into my spirit. For the Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God. Teach me how to be still without becoming passive. Teach me how to work without worrying. Teach me how to plan without panicking. Teach me how to take responsible action while leaving the outcome in your hands." Sometimes my greatest struggle is trying to control every detail. I want to know exactly when the money will come, exactly which door will open, exactly how the problem will be solved. But Lord, teach me to trust you even when you do not reveal the entire path. Father, I pray for the person who is listening right now with tears in their eyes, because they do not know how they will make it through this season. They may have smiled throughout the day, while privately carrying a burden no one understands. They may be tired of asking for help. They may feel ashamed of their financial situation. They may be wondering whether life will ever become stable again. Lord, meet them right there. Let them know that their struggle is not invisible. You see them. You know their story. You know what they need. You know what they have sacrificed. Bring healing to the emotional wounds created by financial hardship. Some people have lost confidence because they have experienced repeated setbacks. Some have stopped dreaming because they are afraid of being disappointed again. Some have become constantly anxious because every unexpected expense feels like another crisis. Father, restore their emotional strength. Teach them that financial difficulty is a circumstance, not an identity. Their current situation is not a prophecy over their entire future. Let hope return to places where fear has been living for too long. Lord, I pray for peace in families where financial stress has created tension. Let husbands and wives stop fighting against each other and begin fighting together against the problem. Give them patience when conversations become difficult. Give them wisdom to communicate without blame. Give them grace to make decisions together. Protect children from unnecessary fear. Let the home become a place of prayer and unity rather than constant anxiety about money. Where financial pressure has created division, bring understanding. Where resentment has grown, bring forgiveness. Where exhaustion has weakened relationships, bring renewed strength. Father, help me not to compare my financial journey with anyone else's. Social media can make it appear as though everyone else is succeeding, traveling, buying homes, growing businesses, receiving promotions, and living without problems. But you know what happens behind closed doors. You know every person's journey. Protect me from measuring my worth by someone else's possessions. Let me celebrate the blessings of others without feeling forgotten. Remind me that another person's harvest does not cancel the seed you are growing in my life. Lord, when I look at the numbers and they do not make sense, give me wisdom rather than panic. Show me the next practical step. Maybe I need to reduce an unnecessary expense. Maybe I need to learn a new skill. Maybe I need to apply for another opportunity. Maybe I need to have a difficult conversation. Maybe I need to create a plan. Maybe I need to wait. Whatever the next step is, give me clarity to recognize it. I do not ask you only for a miracle. I ask you for wisdom to cooperate with what you are doing. Father, your word says in Isaiah 26:3 that you will keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is stayed on you. So help me keep my mind on you. When anxiety begins creating frightening scenarios, bring my thoughts back to your promises. When fear tells me I will never recover, remind me that seasons change. When disappointment tells me nothing will ever improve, remind me of your faithfulness. When I become obsessed with what I lack, remind me to be grateful for what I already have. Lord, give me the grace to sleep peacefully tonight, even if every financial question has not been answered. Let me understand that resting is not giving up. Rest is an act of trust. I can work tomorrow, plans tomorrow, make decisions tomorrow, and take action tomorrow, but I do not have to carry tomorrow's entire weight tonight. Let my body rest. Let my mind become quiet. Let my heart breathe again. Let your presence become more real to me than the pressure surrounding me. Father, I pray for divine peace over every financial decision. If I am considering a job, give me wisdom. If I am considering a business, give me discernment. If I am considering a purchase, give me self-control. If I am considering debt, give me understanding. If I am considering an investment, protect me from greed and deception. If I am waiting for payment, give me patience and wisdom about what to do while I wait. Let peace and wisdom work together, so that I do not make permanent decisions because of temporary panic. Lord, I declare that fear will not be the ruler of my financial life. I will not make desperate decisions simply because I am afraid. I will not sacrifice my values for temporary relief. I will not allow anxiety to convince me that I must control everything. I will take wise steps, work diligently, seek counsel when needed, and trust you with what remains beyond my control. Let my faith become steady, not only when everything is going well, but especially when the numbers look difficult. Father, let peace return to my mornings. Let peace return to my conversations. Let peace return to my work. Let peace return to my home. Let peace return to my sleep. Where there has been constant mental pressure, bring stillness. Where there has been confusion, bring clarity. Where there has been fear of the future, bring hope. Where there has been exhaustion from surviving, give strength to rebuild. Let me stop living as though every problem must be solved immediately, and teach me to take one faithful step at a time. If you are choosing peace over financial fear today, open the comment section and gently type peace over fear. Let those 3 words become your declaration this morning. And let someone else who is struggling see your comment, and remember that they can choose faith instead of panic too. Father, I place my financial future into your hands. I trust you with what I understand and what I do not understand. I trust you with the doors that open and the doors that close. I trust you with the opportunities I receive and the opportunities I lose. I trust you with today's needs and tomorrow's unknowns. Give me peace while I wait, wisdom while I work, patience while I rebuild, and courage while I move forward. Let my heart become anchored in you so deeply that changing circumstances cannot easily shake me. And when the breakthrough comes, remind me that the greatest blessing was never simply the money, the opportunity, the promotion, or the increase. The greatest blessing was learning that you were with me through the pressure, that you strengthened me when I felt weak, that you gave me peace when I had every reason to panic, and that you taught me to trust your provision before I could see it with my eyes. Let this season produce a faith that is stronger than circumstances, a peace that is deeper than financial security, and a hope that refuses to disappear. Father, this morning I stand before you with faith that my story is not finished and my season can change. I may not know exactly when the breakthrough will come or what form it will take, but I know that you are still working. What I see today is not the complete picture of what you are doing in my life. The closed doors, financial pressure, unexpected expenses, delayed opportunities, and difficult seasons do not have the authority to define my future. You are the author of my story, and I trust you with the chapters I cannot yet understand. Lord, your word says in Ecclesiastes 3:11 that you hath made everything beautiful in his time. Help me trust your timing. Sometimes I become discouraged because I expected the answer yesterday, last month, or even years ago. I wonder why other people seem to move forward while I am still waiting. But Father, teach me that waiting does not mean wasting. There are things you can develop in me during the waiting season that could not be developed through instant success. Build my character while you build my circumstances. Strengthen my faith while you prepare the next opportunity. Father, I declare that my current financial situation is not the final definition of my life. If I am struggling today, that does not mean I will always struggle. If I am rebuilding today, that does not mean I will always be rebuilding. If I am waiting today, that does not mean I will always be waiting. Give me the courage to believe that change is possible. Let hope rise again in the heart of anyone who has become tired of expecting better days. Lord, Psalm 32:5 says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning." Father, let this truth become real in our hearts. Some people have experienced a long night. Their night may have been financial hardship, unemployment, business loss, debt, disappointment, rejection, or uncertainty. But remind them that the night is not the whole story. There is still a morning. There is still hope. There is still a future. There is still something you can do that they have not yet imagined. Father, I pray for a fresh beginning. Give me the courage to stop allowing yesterday's mistakes to control today's decisions. I cannot change what already happened, but I can learn from it. I cannot recover every lost opportunity, but I can prepare for the next one. I cannot erase every financial mistake, but I can build better habits from this day forward. Give me grace to forgive myself where I have carried unnecessary shame. Let wisdom replace regret. Let growth replace guilt. Let purpose replace hopelessness. Lord, you said in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I will do a new thing." I believe you can bring something new into my life, new opportunities, new wisdom, new connections, new ideas, new strength, new discipline, new confidence, new doors, new possibilities. Let me not become so focused on what I lost that I fail to recognize what you are bringing next. Sometimes the new thing will not look like the old dream. Sometimes the new opportunity will come from a direction I never expected. Give me eyes to see what you are doing. Father, establish the work of my hands. Give me excellence in what I do. Give me consistency when motivation disappears. Give me creativity when I feel stuck. Give me patience when progress is slow. Give me courage when I am afraid to begin. Let my work become fruitful. Let my efforts create value. Let my skills grow. Let my opportunities expand. Let me become prepared for the increase I am asking you to bring. Lord, I pray for divine connections. Bring people into my life who will encourage growth, wisdom, integrity, and purpose. Remove relationships that repeatedly pull me toward destructive decisions. Give me discernment about who deserves access to my plans and dreams. Let trustworthy people recognize my potential. Let conversations lead to opportunities. Let opportunities lead to stability. Let stability create room for generosity. And let every connection that you establish serve a purpose greater than temporary financial gain. Father, I pray for unexpected favor. Let the right application be noticed. Let the right message arrive. Let the right conversation happen. Let the right opportunity appear. Let someone remember my name at the right moment. Let a skill I already possess become valuable in a new way. Let an idea that has been sitting quietly in my mind become something useful. Give me courage to act when opportunity appears. Do not let fear make me hesitate when you have prepared a door for me. Lord, I also ask you to protect me from false breakthroughs. Sometimes desperation can make something dangerous look like an answer. Protect me from scams, dishonest promises, reckless decisions, unhealthy partnerships, and shortcuts that could create greater problems. Give me discernment to recognize the difference between God's provision and an attractive distraction. Let me never sacrifice my integrity simply because I am desperate for financial relief. Teach me that the right breakthrough will not require me to destroy my values to obtain it. Father, let my future be different because I am becoming different. Teach me discipline. Teach me patience. Teach me responsibility. Teach me generosity. Teach me financial wisdom. Teach me to plan. Teach me to work. Teach me to rest. Teach me to ask for help when necessary. Teach me to receive correction without becoming defensive. Teach me to keep learning even when I think I already know enough. Let the person who enters the next season be wiser than the person who entered this season. Lord, I pray for restoration in every area connected to financial pressure. Restore peace in families. Restore confidence in workers. Restore creativity in entrepreneurs. Restore hope in those searching for jobs. Restore discipline in those who have struggled with financial habits. Restore vision in those who stopped dreaming. Restore courage in those who are afraid to try again. Let restoration become more than a financial number. Let it touch the mind, the heart, the home, and the future. Father, I refuse to speak over myself as though my present situation is permanent. I refuse to say, nothing will ever change. I refuse to allow fear to write the ending of a story you are still writing. Instead, I choose to speak life. I choose to speak hope. I choose to believe that there are opportunities I have not yet seen, solutions I have not yet discovered, and doors I have not yet encountered. I choose to keep moving with wisdom and faith. Lord, when the breakthrough comes, let me recognize it. Sometimes we expect one dramatic miracle and overlook the small beginnings. Help me celebrate the first client, the first paycheck after unemployment, the first debt payment, the first successful sale, the first opportunity, the first wise financial decision, the first peaceful night, and the first moment when fear no longer controls me. Let me recognize progress as evidence that the story is changing. Father, I pray that this Wednesday becomes a day of renewed expectation. Let those who woke up discouraged receive fresh courage. Let those who woke up anxious receive peace. Let those who woke up uncertain receive direction. Let those who woke up tired receive strength. Let those who woke up believing they have no options discover that they are not without hope. Lead them step by step. Give them one clear action to take today, one wise decision to make, one opportunity to pursue, and one burden to release. Lord, I declare over my future that my season is not defined by lack, but by your faithfulness. I will continue to work. I will continue to pray. I will continue to learn. I will continue to grow. I will continue to trust. I will not give up, simply because the answer has not appeared yet. I will not allow one difficult chapter to convince me that the entire book is broken. There is still more ahead. And Father, let the next chapter carry greater peace, greater wisdom, greater stability, greater purpose, and greater testimony. If you increase my resources, increase my responsibility. If you increase my opportunities, increase my character. If you increase my influence, increase my humility. If you increase my provision, increase my generosity. Let everything you place in my hands ultimately point my heart back to you. Today I step forward believing that change can begin with one decision, one opportunity, one conversation, one act of obedience, one wise financial choice, and one renewed declaration of faith. I do not need to see the entire staircase before taking the next step. I only need enough faith to take the step you are placing before me today. Let fear become smaller. Let courage become stronger. Let hope become brighter. and let my expectation rise again as I trust you with the future that is still unfolding before me. Father, as we come to the close of this prayer, we thank you because you have heard every word, every silent cry, every hidden concern, and every financial need represented in this moment. We leave the pressure at your feet and choose to walk forward with faith. We may not have every answer yet, but we know you are our provider, our shepherd, our refuge, and our strength. Let your peace guard our hearts today, and let hope rise where fear once lived. Give us wisdom for every decision, courage for every opportunity, and patience for every process. Lord, I declare that no closed door, financial setback, unexpected expense, rejection, or difficult season will have the final word over our future. According to Psalm 23, you are our shepherd, and we shall not live in fear of lack. Lead us toward the right opportunities, establish the work of our hands, restore what has been lost, and teach us to steward every blessing with wisdom. Let provision come in the ways you know are best, and let every breakthrough bring not only financial stability but greater peace, stronger faith, and deeper gratitude. Father, for the person who has been praying for a financial breakthrough for a long time, strengthen them today. For the person waiting for a job, open the right door. For the person building a business, give them wisdom and favor. For the family under financial pressure, release peace and unity. For the person recovering from loss, bring restoration. For the one who feels forgotten, remind them that their story is still being written. Let this Wednesday become a fresh beginning, a morning where faith rises again and discouragement loses its grip. And now, before you leave this prayer, take a moment to make this a personal declaration of faith. Open the comment section and type "God will provide" as your testimony before you see the answer. Your comment can become encouragement for someone else who is silently struggling today. Let them read your words and remember that they are not the only ones believing, praying, waiting, and trusting God for provision. If this prayer blessed you, like this video and subscribe to Pray and Rise for daily prayers that help you begin your day with faith, peace, and hope. Your subscription is more than a number. It is a prophetic act of faith that says, I will keep seeking God, I will keep praying, and I will keep rising. And if someone in your family or circle is facing financial pressure right now, share this prayer with them. You may never know how deeply one shared prayer can encourage someone who desperately needs hope this morning. Father, cover every person listening with your peace. Go before them into their workplace, their business, their home, their conversations, their decisions, and their responsibilities. Let favor surround them. Let wisdom guide them. Let protection cover them. Let restoration begin where restoration is needed, and let provision arrive according to your perfect wisdom and timing. May they walk through this day without fear, knowing that the same God who carried them yesterday is already waiting for them in tomorrow. We leave this prayer with our hearts lifted, our burdens surrendered, and our faith renewed. We will not let fear speak louder than your promises. We will not allow temporary circumstances to define an eternal God. We will trust you, work faithfully, walk wisely, and believe that you are able to make a way where there seems to be no way. In the mighty and precious name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.